just wanted to say hello to my coloring friends. This is Isabel from the Coloring Oasis. I have probably completed almost a dozen pages in this Hannah Lynn's Whimsy Girls Around the World Artist Edition coloring book purchased from her website. You can only get these artist editions on her website, and they're spiral bound, thicker cardstock, almost like a cardboardy poster boardy cardstock, but way better paper than the ones you get in her spine bound books from Amazon. So I've really taken my time with this one, and I'm going to do a flip through, show you the pages I've done, and show you the book. So the pages are so nice. I really love this book so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So there's 25 images here. And I didn't do these in any particular order. This is my sort of retro flight attendant. Pink and gray are such good colors together, so I went for the pink, gray, and then the hot pink and purple, sort of to accentuate her look here. For majority of pictures in this book, I used my Ohuhu markers, my 2 different gigantic sets. They're very expensive pens. They're the best blending pens in my opinion. And this book has 2 pages. It has a second of the first one without the background, usually just like a close-up. So there are some that I'm saving more toward the end because I know they're going to be so complicated with a lot of detail. This was one of the more recent ones I finished, my sort of Cleopatra Egyptian queen. Had a great fun doing the sky on this one, and her hair and her makeup. It was a lot of fun. I forgot to put my page in between here. You can see it kind of bled through. Here is my Holland Fields, my little Amsterdam girl. Isn't she cute? I just love her dress. The bright popping colors. This is the Grecian Girl. I haven't done this one. I feel like the size is exaggerated. I don't know why. Her face is giant for the size of the picture. The scale seems off somehow. It looks almost like surreal, like she's a giant. So kind of putting that one off till last. Here's my Geisha Girl. Did some great pink and purple Prismacolor eyeshadow makeup on her. Multiple shades that I tried to tie in her dress and the kimono together, etc., etc. This is my Northern Lights, Finland. I was going to say Alaska, but Finland girl. I went with the traditional dress color for that. And kind of the Aurora Borealis night sky background. This one is a work in progress, my Mexico girl. So this was my Canada. This was actually the very first one I did in this book. I remember I was terrified because I didn't want to mess it up. I was using new pens and it was kind of an experiment. I like how it turned out. Here's my Irish girl. I love her hair. I use like 4 shades of brown to orange in her hair. 3 shades of green in her dress that I tied into the background. I added the freckles even though I made a boo-boo or 2. This is my Balinese Beauty. I was very happy with her hair, which again has 4 layers of brownish red. I gave her the heavy makeup that matched her dress. I had great fun doing these clouds, which I used 3 shades of gray, a hoo-hoo marker, and I went over it with a white Prismacolor pencil to kind of smoke it in. And apparently I forgot to use my in-between page. A lot of these. Oh, and I am so happy about my jungle, my Amazon rainforest girl. This was the second picture I did. And I remember it took me like a week, and I used like 27 shades of green in here from multiple different kinds of markers. My Ohuhus, my Spectrum Noirs, and my shuttle art markers, because I wanted so many variant shades of green. Even like her pants had like a yellow green, several shades of green in her shirt to blend into the background, and I wanted it, I wanted each part of the background to pop out, so I didn't want to have too many shades of green close together, so you could, make out the different shapes and areas. And I thought her leather bag turned out pretty good. I was happy about that. My poor Jaguar, assuming it's a Jaguar, got way darker than it looked like it would be, so picked the wrong pen for that one. Here's my Australian Mermaid swimmer. I call her my mermaid swimmer. I went for like 7 or 8 shades of pinks and purples in here for the hair. Wanted a neon popping background for this one. I blended in her hair the same colors into the coral. Oh, and this is my Swiss clock girl. I was so proud of her. Her hair I wanted to go for that Scandinavian whitish blonde hair, and I used my Prismacolor pencils. It was really difficult to get it to look natural, like kind of really white, blondish white Scandinavian hair. It took me quite a long time, but I think it turned out well. I was very happy about my little Swiss house also. Oh, this is my Downton Abbey picture, which I have no doubt I would hope was inspired. Hannah was inspired to do this by Downton Abbey. This is what I think of when I see this picture. I use the more softer pastel, so it's more fitting for the kind of the soft tea time, mood. A few boo-boos, but that's okay. No art is perfect. Oh my gosh, this is like one of my top favorites, my Jamaican girl. This is definitely the one I spent the longest on, because every little intricate part of her braids, the checkers on her wrap and her dress, all the different oranges and pinks shades in each that I also blended the same colors into the sky. So one of my best tips is always try to bring some of the colors of your character's wardrobe into your background. I'm so proud of this picture. Gorgeous. Copic markers are what I use for the skin. Copic skin tone markers. Have not tackled my Indian girl. She's going to be very difficult, so I'm putting that one off. Scottish bagpipe girl. This one's kind of funny. I did this one in the middle of the night, and it was kind of dark in my room, and I just had the light of my iPad on. I was watching, I think I was watching The Biggest Loser or something, and I thought I picked this looks like a peach color, like a peach for the sky, but when I looked at it, it looked like it was like a kind of a dusky beige. Like when I saw it the next day, like the colors are totally different than what the colors were I thought I was using, which I thought was pretty funny. And I went for 5 shades of red in her hair. Want her to have bright red hair. Haven't done my Venice girl. Here's the close-up. Oh, my Russian girl. So in this one, I used several shades of Ohuhu blues, starting with dark, working my way into lighter. I put in blue tones into her. I used black marker for her hair, but I put in blue tones, so you can kind of see the undertone of blue. So that punk blend. In here, I wish I had done my Kremlin a little more coral than red, but oh well. We always have regrets, right? When we look at our completed page and realize, oh, I should have done that differently. My Serengeti, haven't gotten to this one yet. Looking forward to that. My Spanish dancer. And my All-American girl. This one was so fun. I have to go back in. I really didn't finish and blend in some of these smears here, but I wanted to go for the standard red, white, and blue. Blonde hair, tons of makeup. Very typical American girl. Neon pens for the fireworks. I went for sand and palm trees. This was supposed to be golden wheat fields. Almost looks more like a Sahara desert, but prairie, mountains, high-rise mountains, different landscapes there. I thought this was really well done with the ocean and the different kinds of landscapes America is known for. The city, found the perfect green with a hoo-hoo to do the Statue of Liberty, so that was cool. And this one I'm not quite done with. This is my Chinese, I guess, picture. I have everything here done except finishing the fish and my panda. Animals are a little bit tough to get them to look real, and I wanted to kind of get through this one quicker. I went for a solid purple background, a hoo-hoo marker, and matched it with her eyes. Again, bringing in some color of your character into the background. Also some purple in her dress, pink in her hair, pink in the background. You kind of get what I'm going for. Green in her dress, green in the trees, same greens. I have this green blended into her dress with another green. Same with the eyeshadow. So I'm saving the little panda for last. So that's my latest. Again, a hoo-hoo marker for her hair. I use Copic markers for the skin. This one. This is my American Traveler, I guess. And I have to stand up here because my page is sliding, you guys. It's getting too heavy to balance. And I think that's it. Yep, so here is the back of the book. These are, again, I mean, look how many pages I've done in this book, and it's holding up really, really well. Nothing's torn, you know. I mean, but you can complete this whole book and keep it as a keepsake. It's going to stay together, which I really, really love. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Highly recommended. Check out my other videos. Please subscribe and spread the word. I try to put up new videos each week. And I'm also designing my own coloring pages that I'll be selling on my Etsy shop. Releasing more each week for kids and adults. So keep an eye out. And you can find me on Facebook under The Coloring Oasis. And like and follow for sneak peeks, completed art, and for contests and free giveaways. Thanks. Take care.